for a moment. The thing you are doing for other people, someone else will be hired. The needs you are meeting for other people, someone else will be hired. Some people spend their entire existence being a supporting character to everyone else instead of being and becoming the hero of their own story. People put other people first and never put themselves. Never value their time, never value their destiny. Never spend any time to build something that the world will remember them for. Never build any legacy, never impacted any life. But they actually work for money. And money is a wrong master. Money is a bad master. And of course, a loyal servant. So you can work for experience, you can work for knowledge, you can work for relationships, but not for money. Money does not fulfill what it promises. So don't allow your dreams, your vision, your potentials, your assignment, which is your unique contribution to impact the world, to die with you. Heartbreaking part is that you have everything you need to succeed and live extraordinary life and build your empire, but you are busy helping and building someone else's life and making their life extraordinary, making them to become the only hero of their story. We have all it takes to become successful. We have giftings, ideas, talent embedded in us. You may be born naked, but you are not born empty. God deposits something in you that can meet up a need in the world. But we have all, we never talked about it. That's why it amazes me that people can tell you everything about their neighbor, about their co-workers, about their family, friends, and family problems, their friends' relationship. But if you ask them about their dreams, their goals, and their purpose in life, they have little or nothing to say. Some people become experts at everyone else's life and accept their own life. Don't be lost in building other people's empire. That your health will fail you, your relationship will fail you, because you think it's a bad luck or a bad market or market crash. But it's not, because you are just neglecting your own well-being, your emotional needs, your personal finances, and your future. Thinking about yourself is not selfishness. Thinking about yourself is survival strategy. And it's one of the most intelligent things you can do in this life. We must wake up in the morning because we have a mind for a reason. Not to worry, but not to worry about our problems, not to worry about challenges we are facing, but to think, plan, protect ourselves, and fulfill our purpose while we are here on earth. Don't confuse good people that they don't think about themselves. Thinking about yourself is not selfishness. Because when you think about yourself, you become more generous. When you become more helpful, you become more, of course, impactful. You cannot give what you don't have. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you don't fill up yourself, you cannot help other people from the point of strength. You will help them from the point of weakness. And you cannot help them. Because for someone to be a help or a support, he must have capacity and the willingness. A lot of us have capacity, no willingness. A lot have willingness, but no capacity. Because there is no support. There is no support in this life. Support must have two things. He must have capacity, he must have willingness and capacity. So a lot of people, willingness to help, and he must have capacity. A lot of us are of course, are people focusing on other people's life without not building our capacity. So you have somebody who wants to help, you cannot help the person because you are willing, but no capacity. You have the love, but no capacity. Some of us have capacity, but no willingness. So for you to be a true support to your family, to your loved ones, in fact, when you invest in yourself, you become more useful, more resourceful, more impactful, more valuable. But you don't invest in yourself, you become useless because you cannot give what you don't have. So you mind, if you look at the mirror, you are going to reflect, you're going to find out your true life. So it's a call to awakening. You can never build an empire without not investing in yourself, because wealthy men invest in themselves. And of course, the greatest investment is always in yourself before you can invest in other people, before you can invest in assets, because you can never give what you don't have. You cannot think successful thought about your future if you are too busy in another man's vineyard. You are too busy working for someone else. You are too busy helping someone build the stream. You are too busy helping someone become the hero of their life. You cannot build your goal if you are too busy in other people's reality. Remember, you cannot achieve a goal you never set. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your thoughts about your life. So if you are not thinking about your life, if you are thinking all about your life, you cannot have a quality life. If you want a better life, you have to think better thoughts about yourself. You want a successful future, you have to think successful thoughts about yourself. You cannot think successful thoughts about your future if you are too busy building someone else's thought, building someone else's dream, living in someone else's vineyard. You're working for the government, fine, you're already choosing that path. It's not the point. You don't need to resign just because, of course, you have something you're looking up to. But you can start paying yourself 10%, buy investment. From there, you own different investment portfolio. That money will work for you. But the essence of working for money is so that money can work for you. Poor men work for money. Wealthy men make money work for them. We use money to make money. But when money works for you, we're working for a private firm. Plan 3 years, plan 2 years, sack your boss. pay yourself, leave that place because that person has no future for you. If you're not gotten a job, my brother, don't even go there. Because God gives you work, man gives you job. So there are two different things, even between work and job. We don't have lack of work, we have lack of jobs. Because man gives you job, God gives you work. Work is that you're working on your destiny, you're working on your purpose, you're working on your, of course, your for fulfillment, for succession, for legacy, something that will transcend you. Sometimes you cannot do that if you're not thinking about it, because thoughts are things. Thoughts have presence. You cannot be, you can never manifest a thought that you never first conceive, because whatever the mind can conceive, the hand can have it. If your dreams, your goals, your empire are not reflecting your life, then you are existing in other people's life. That's what it means. The most important relationship you ever have in this life is a relationship with yourself. The most important conversation, investment you can ever have in this life is investment with yourself. So become your best friend instead of becoming your own worst enemy. Become your own supporter instead of becoming your own worst critics. A lot of us are criticizing ourselves. You look yourself in the mirror, the first thing you say, I'm not good enough. I'm not handsome enough. I'm not beautiful enough. God, why is my nose like this? God, why is my mouth like this? You condemn and criticize yourself, and because of that, you're hurting yourself. Hurt people hurt others. Kind people give kindness. Lord will give love. You cannot give what you don't have. So thinking about yourself will help you to be your own empire. Thinking about yourself will help you to become your own boss. Thinking about it will help you to break out of 9 to 5. But you're not thinking about yourself. I know you become eternally enslaved in another man's vineyard for 35 years. When you start thinking about yourself properly, when you start planning for yourself strategically, when you start investing yourself consistently, then you become, of course, more valuable. And you not become self-centered, become the center of greatness, center of prosperity. You will not become less helpful, you become more helpful. And then yesterday we established a fact which we call oxygen mass principle. So we established a fact called oxygen mask principle. In the case of an entering a body in a flight, the aircraft, the pilot or the cabin crew will give an announcement. Please, in the event of emergency, please, you have to put your mask first. In the case of emergency, put your mask first before you go and put for your son, your daughter, or anybody around you. That's so that in life, to be successful, you must think about yourself first. Children don't just learn what you tell them, they learn what you show them. A lot of us have shown our children that thinking about themselves is bad, that they should neglect themselves, they should ignore their needs, they should sacrifice for other people's happiness at the expense of their own. This is called self-destruction. And you do that by telling your children, don't worry about me, I'm fine. So they grow up observing that thinking about yourself is bad, thinking about your dreams is bad. So you have to serve other people. And some people identify themselves that we are poor, we are meant to work for other people, we are slaves. No. In the kingdom of God, he's a king of kings, Lord of lords. That means he's not a king of slaves or king of subjects. You are supposed to be a king of an idea, a king of a license, a king of a product, a king of a services. You are here to meet up a need. So you don't have to talk less about yourself. You don't have to think about yourself less. You don't have to think negative about yourself. You're not saying anything negative. You don't want to be control about yourself. So if you do that, you are going to destruct. You're going to do, of course, it's called self-destruction, self-criticism, and self-sabotage. So you're going to, if you cannot take care of yourself, you won't be able to take care of anyone else around you. Oxygen map principles made us understand that you have to secure your mass first before you secure other people's mass. It doesn't mean that you are less of a human being. It means that you are as important as everyone else. Tell you, I am as important as anyone else. You cannot successfully take care of other people if you cannot successfully take care of your time. And you stay long enough in another man's vineyard, you forget about your dreams and your goals. Your capacity to help others is directly connected to your capacity to help yourself. Your ability to love others is directly connected to the ability to love yourself. Your power to inspire others is directly connected to the ability to inspire yourself. You cannot give what you don't have. So thinking about yourself will help you. If you think backward, my brother, my sister, at the end of the day, you will not have time to invest in yourself. Think about yourself, grow yourself, plan for your future. You are going to take care of other people's needs, and you're actually going to be adding to others. And while you're decreasing, you cannot increase your value that way. You cannot expand your capacity that way. You cannot multiply your potentials that way. So there was this mother who actually take care of. Let me talk about the issue of a mother who actually take care of everyone else, like a farmer who wakes up in the morning to go to tender people's Mr. Kunkwa, the tomato garden, Mr. Okechiki, of course, a vegetable garden, and his own garden was fertile, was ignored. At the end of the day, one child asked him, why is your garden ignored and fallow? Why everyone else's garden is, of course, is green and blooming. And most likely they will give the man leftover of the harvest and give him 60 pence for assisting. And the man is being loved by everyone, but his own garden was shallow. His own garden was not taken care of. The fact is that you end up hurting yourself. So the good news is that you can actually start today and get pen and paper and plan for your 20 years. Because you can never, he that failed to plan to fail. You can never future in a future you did not picture. So you must picture something about yourself. You must plan for your destiny. You must plan for your legacy, because a good man leaveth inheritance to his children. I don't know where we stopped yesterday. I did not mark somewhere here. I don't know where we stopped here. Can you give me the last statement yesterday so that we can continue from there? Who can help me with the last statement yesterday? And it's around here. Check your notes now. You took notes yesterday. What was the last statement you wrote? And who is talking to me? Someone should. Everybody's talking. Nobody's talking. Number 5. Number 5. Okay, yes. Okay, I've not gotten there yet. What happened to my mic? Mr. Fantastic, please. Come and assist me with my mic. I don't know what happened. So I've seen number 5. Let me just do okay, yesterday I'm doing revision for those that are just joining us, so that at least you can follow us from we stop. I said that if every day you ignore your own destiny, postpone your own needs, and you are wasting time, your precious time, in another man's vineyard, building someone else's empire, helping someone becomes his own hero of his life. You are not practicing the oxygen max principle, because the oxygen max is in front of you, which is your own goals, your own needs, your future, your purpose. Stop waiting for permission to put it on. Stop feeling guilty about securing your own foundation first. Stop believing the lie that thinking about yourself is selfishness. It is not, because secure your own max first. Fill your own tank first. Strengthen your foundation first. It's not. It's your responsibility, so you can be able to serve other people better. I mentioned 5 things that you have to serve. You have to serve people from the position of strength and not weakness. That's what we started talking yesterday. I gave 5 things yesterday that you have to serve people from the position of strength and not from weakness. That's what I talk about. So if you don't think about yourself, you cannot serve from the point of strength. Number 2, I said that you have to serve from the point of fullness instead of emptiness. You have to serve people from the point of fullness instead of what? Emptiness. I mentioned number 3. I say you have to actually start when you are strong. You can help others to be strong. So if you are weak, you cannot help other person. So you have to be strong. So you have to be strong. And number 4, you have to be free to help other people to be free. You have to be free. I missed one. Which one did I miss? Wholeness. I miss wholeness. So wholeness is supposed to be number 2 also. You have to serve from the point of wholeness, because if you are not whole, you cannot help other people to be whole. But the last one I mentioned yesterday was that when you are free, you can help others to be free. So it all starts with you and thinking about you. That's where we stopped yesterday. Yes or yes? Okay, we have to continue from there today. So I have to give a story before we continue our writing today, how you can build your empire, because it starts with your mindset. If I cannot paint a complete mental picture about your future for you, and I just give you strategies and structures, you cannot sustain that outcome, because you're not part of the process. So the process starts from your thinking. It starts from you knowing that you are actually where you are now because of programming. And the programming comes in 3 forms. Number 1, the pictures you have been seeing while growing up, and the things you have been hearing while growing up, and the experiences you have while growing up has formed who you are. So you want to have a better life, you must also change the 3 incidents. You have to put yourself in a different picture, hear different things, and of course, have a better experience called incident. So there was this farmer who owned one of the most beautiful pieces of land you ever could think about. Rich soil, perfect climate, abundance water supply. But the farmer was too busy helping his neighbor with their crops that they never had time to tend his own garden. Every morning, he would make up Mrs. Johnson tomatoes that needed watering, and he would spend 2 hours there and get tired and eat food from Mrs. Johnson, and then move to Mrs. Smith in the afternoon to help her in her maize farm. And then when he goes to at night, he's tired because he had no time again to tend his own garden. So this went on for years. His neighbor's farm flourished. They sell their farm products and made money, only to praise the farmer and mostly give him leftover, and possibly give him a little money to maintain his poverty. That's what poor men do. Poor men, whenever a poor man wants to make money, he sells his time. And whenever a rich man wants to make money, he buys other people's time. So when you keep selling your time for money, you're actually doing the habit of a poor man. Poverty is habit. Wealth is habit. They don't need to tell me that you are arriving at a junction that things are not working for you that it's not your fault. My brother, nothing happens to you without your permission. You permitted that thing to happen, and you don't like your result. It's still reflecting on who you are on the inside. Success are subjective. Your outside mirror who you are on the inside. If you are small on the inside, it will be small on the outside. If you are big on the inside, it will be big on the outside. So don't blame anybody. You don't like your situation. We live in the world of cause and effect. For every effect, there's a cause. For every cause, there's effect. So just go back and change it. You can change it. Tell me, I am strong. Say, I'm more than enough. All the farmers in the neighborhood praise him for being a generous and kind man, but his own garden was overgrown with weeds. With unproductive farmland, one day a beautiful lady asked him, how come your land is fallow? How come everyone else's garden is green, and your own is ugly, and everyone else is pretty? So the man thought for a while, and for the first time in his life, he realized that he has spent all his life cultivating other people's potentials, other people's garden, other people's farm, and his own has been neglected. Exactly what happened to so many people. They spend their life working for somebody, and they spend their youthful age when they were young, when they were 20, 30, working building someone else's empire, and now neglect the garden. And let me tell you something right today. Write this down. Your mind is your garden. Your mind is your garden. Start from there. Your mind is your garden. Comma or full stop. Your talents are seeds. Your talents are seeds, and everybody have talent. God did not create you empty. God, even though you are born naked, you are not empty. Your mind is your garden. Your talents are your seeds. God deposits things in you. The vitality, talent is a gift. All of us have a gift from God, and skill can be learned. So your mind is your garden, and your talents are your gift, are your seeds, and your potentials are your soil. Your potentials are the soil. The potentials is the soil. You're supposed to plant your seeds. Your mind is a garden. Your talents are seeds, and your potential is the soil. Your mind is a garden. Your mind is a garden. Your talents are seeds. Your talents are seeds, and your potential is the soil. So, full stop. Write down your note. Just like every other garden, it needs daily attention, daily care, and daily cultivation. Just like every other garden. Our mind is a garden, so just like every other garden, it needs daily attention. Our mind needs daily attention, daily care, and daily cultivation. Our mind needs daily attention. Just like any other garden, our mind needs daily attention, daily care, and daily cultivation. So if I don't cultivate my mind, nothing will grow. If I cultivate my mind, something will grow. Whatever you impress on your mind, it will express from the outside. So what do you use to cultivate your mind? Is to start to think that you're a millionaire, that you're a successful person. Get pen and paper. Because the mind is very big. The mind has two major strengths. It has two chambers like this. The conscious and the subconscious. So the bigger one is the subconscious. The bigger one is the subconscious mind. The smaller one is the conscious mind. So the conscious mind is the smaller one. The conscious mind. The conscious mind. So the conscious mind. And the conscious mind is simply 5 senses. The 5 senses we have is a conscious mind, which is your eyes, of course, what you see, your mouth, what you say about yourself, your ear, what you keep hearing about yourself. Number 3, your skin, what you keep feeling about yourself. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5, what again? Your nose, what you keep, of course, smelling about yourself. So this is what we use to plant the seeds in our, of course, in our soil. Whatever you plant will eventually germinate, just like garden. So if you don't plant anything, which will grow. So if you don't plant something, why are you wondering why your life is not working? It cannot work. You're supposed to use affirmation, feelings and emotion. So say things to yourself. Confess, use affirmation, use declaration. I always say things about yourself. I'm a success, I'm a millionaire, I'm healthy, I'm strong. If you don't know what to say about yourself, describe yourself the way the scriptures describe you. Describe yourself the way heaven describe you. Define yourself the way God define you. That, of course, you are fearfully and wonderfully made, that you are the salt of the earth. Describe yourself. Say those things, those positive things the Bible says about you. Affirm it to yourself. So if you don't sit down to actually think about yourself, because that is where everything starts from. You clear your mind, forgive everybody, get your seat on imagination, and start using the conscious mind because this is more powerful. Of course, this controls our life. Of course, this one is just the conscious being. And the conscious being is small, but we are being controlled and manipulated by this supercomputer. That's the way the thing starts from. So if you don't think about it, that you're a champion, you're worthy of building an empire, okay, you can never be one. I told you things are created twice. You have 3 stages of creation. The mental picture, the words of your mouth and the actions you take. So you can see that you can't plant seed in other people's garden and expect your own to grow. The relationship you have with yourself is a soil where everything else grows. Write it down. The relationship you have with yourself, the relationship you have with yourself, this relationship you have with yourself, comma, is a soil where everything grows. Is a soil where everything grows. So you are not a happy person, you cannot give happiness. And don't expect somebody to give you happiness. What you cannot give to yourself, you want somebody to give to you. So you want your husband to give, your wife to give to you, but you cannot give yourself happiness. Happiness is what you give to yourself, not something what someone else gives to you. Joy is what you give, not something what someone else gives to you. So peace of mind is what you give to yourself. It's not something someone else gives to you. Say, I marry you, I don't have peace of mind. You this useless man, you this useless woman, I lie. You don't get peace of mind before, you don't get them. If you get, see, you cannot give, no matter how you press cockroach, blood will not come out. No matter how you press car, milk will not come out. What comes out is engine, oil, petroleum. So when somebody say pressure make me, I'm pressure, no. Pressure simply reveals you to yourself. So it's something you think you are not. Let pressure come. Pressure is not bad. Pressure is to make you stronger. Hard times make you stronger. Strong men create good times. Good times, of course, create weak men. And weak men create hard times. When you are weak, everything is hard with you. When you are strong, everything is good. Tell them, I am strong. Touch or say, I'm a millionaire. So you can never build an empire if you don't believe in yourself. You cannot build an empire. You don't think about yourself. You don't plan for your future. You don't put strategic, consistent action about investing in your life. It will never work. Remember, if the soil is neglected, if the foundation is weak, the inner garden is full of weeds, then everything else in your life will struggle to survive. I think you need to write that one very, very important on your notes. I said the relationship you have with yourself is a soil where everything else grows. Full stop. Write it down. If the soil is weak, if the soil is neglected, if the soil is neglected, if the soil is neglected or the foundation is weak, if the soil is neglected, if you neglect your subconscious mind, if you neglect feeding yourself, if the soil is neglected, or if your foundation is weak, or your inner garden is full of weeds, then everything else in your life will struggle to survive. Everything else, financial, emotional, spiritual, will struggle. If the soil is neglected, or your foundation is weak, or your inner garden is full of weeds, if the soil is neglected, the foundation is weak, and your inner garden is full of weeds, then everything else will struggle to survive. Everything will struggle to survive. Everything, whether it's financial, emotional, spiritually, everything has struggle. So you don't want to struggle like that. You need to take care of your family, take care of your mind, take care of yourself, take care of your potentials, discover yourself, because you need to discover, develop, and deploy. So your relationship with your spouse, your children, your career, your money is out of the relationship with yourself. You have a peaceful person, that's what you can give to other people. You are a hot person, you will hurt everybody around you. You think about yourself, you are going to help you from the point of strength and not from weakness. Think about yourself, you're going to help you from the point of course, energy, from the point of fullness, from strength, from freedom, from wholeness. So the problem is not the world. I told you there are two factors in life. How many factors in life? One is subjectives, one is objectives. And one of them, of course, is a winner, one of them is a loser. The one is the external factor, and one of them is the internal factor. The most important factor in life is the internal factor. That is what you need to spend time every day, because the relationship with your spouse, with your children, with your money, with your career grows out of the relationship with yourself. So when you think about yourself, you are not just improving your life, you are improving the quality of everything that comes into your life. Write it down on your own note very, very well. When you think about yourself, you are not just improving your life. When you think about yourself, plan for yourself, plan for your future. When you think about yourself, you are not just improving your life. You are improving the quality of everything that comes into your life. You are improving the quality of everything that comes into your life. When you think about yourself, you are not just improving your life. You are improving the quality of everything that comes into your life. And this is a major reason. When you hand over responsibility to a poor man, he transfers his attitude to that thing. Transfer everything, a responsibility to a rich man, a successful. He transfers a hardworking person, anything is hardworking. A person has to give an excuse, everything is excuse. A lazy person, anything is lazy. So the problem is not that thing, it's the person himself. I told you yesterday, I'll repeat myself again, that businesses don't fail. People fail. People don't fail. They don't just know enough. So it's not people that business that you work in. No, you know work. You it's nothing yourself. That's why I don't like people that give excuses, because my mentor always say, that the excuses are the currency poor people used to buy failure. And it's true. But someone want to fail in life, start by giving excuse. Why are you poor? It's not me. It's my father. It's my mother. It's collected that poverty. I was broke. My father handed over collected that poverty to me. I collected it. It's running in our lineage. It's in our generation. In our family, nobody ever succeed. Nobody buy car. And you use your mouth to confess them. Nobody don't travel outside this country. Nobody so you see walk. You are using your mouth to say negative about yourself. My God, who it's bad relationship with yourself. So I say, if you think about yourself, you are not just improving your life, you are improving the quality of everything that comes into your life. Rise down, very important, you're not. When you take care of your inner garden first, come on, you don't have less to give to others. You have more to give to other people. When you take care of your inner garden first, when you go take care of yourself first, plan for your future, invest for your life. You don't just have less to give to other people. You have more to give. You cannot give what you don't have now. So how can you pour from an empty cup? You cannot pour from an empty cup. So when you invest in yourself, when you inspire yourself, when you grow yourself, you can give more to other people. So the purpose of investing in yourself is not selfishness. It's so that you can have more to give. You can help you from the point of strength. Most of us want to help, but we don't have the capacity to help. So you have willingness and no capacity. You are not a support. I told you, support system must have willingness and capacity. A lot of us capacity, no willingness. So we have willingness, no capacity. When you take care of yourself, when you take care of your inner garden first, you don't have less to give to other people. You have more to give to them because you are giving from the place of abundance instead of scarcity. Write it down. Because you are giving from a place of abundance instead of scarcity. You are giving from a place of abundance. So you are not thinking about yourself. You cannot build an empire. You cannot think about you cannot have financial independence. You end up becoming a slave. 9 to 5. So you are working for government. I repeat myself again. You don't need to quit, but plan now. What you need to plan now is that from today onward, every salary government pay you, bring 20%, 10% minimum. Save it for some time. Go buy treasury, buy bond, buy investment, buy income generating assets. Things that appreciate in value, that gives you money, so that money can work for you before you retire. If I depend on this government, so that when you retire, government will give you pension and gratuity. My brother, you are just joking. My mom has retired 7 years now. I can't say government, I'm not giving her She retired as a headmistress primary school after 35 years of service. So imagine that she was waiting for this government. Now she don't die. Now if I don't finish, pata pata. Most of our friends don't they die for village. I've attended so many burials because they were all my aunties growing up. Because when they wake up now, nothing to live for again. Finish done, Nevada done there. So what happens that you must plan for that future because he that failed to plan to fail. You are not working for government, my brother. That person you are working for, I give you 3 years. Sack that your boss. How are you going to sack your boss that from today, pay yourself 80%. Use that money. Start a business for yourself. Start investment for yourself. But the way government do it in such a way that government want to finish with pata pata. If a government staff, they make sure you don't do any business with your name. They say farming. And if you want to do, they make sure that you don't. They make you use less. Come to like 8 o'clock, close by 4. You do this. You'll be worried about other people's life and help them become the hero of their life. You now become the hero of your own life. Help them become great, fulfill their dreams. You are living someone else's reality. You don't even work for government, but don't even try them. No try work. Work, I tell you, in job. No try them. Just sit down. There's something in you the world is waiting for. You are too busy looking at all your neighbor's problem, gossip about Tinubu Buhari. That is not your problem. The point that you are not looking at yourself. You have giftings, ideas, talents embedded in you that make you unique. In fact, God take time to handcraft you. You are not a product of mass production. Tell them, I'm not a product of mass production. Tell them, I am God's masterpiece.
I am God's masterpiece.
And a piece of the master. So God says something in you. So why are you neglecting your own garden? Why are you neglecting your own mind? Why are you neglecting your potentials? Why are you neglecting your vision, your goals? After all, everything you ever use was someone's idea. The chair is sitting on someone's idea. The shoe you are carrying, your phone, everything is someone's idea. Where is your own idea? Where is your own content? What have you been working for someone? You are spending time going to church every time instead of asking God to open your eyes of understanding to see what He deposited in you for solve the world that will deliver men from darkness. You are praying for forgiveness every night. God has forgiven you a long time ago. 2,000 years ago, you went to Golgotha. You died at the cross of God. Leave that one alone because I want you to wake up today to ask your God, why am I here on earth? Why did He send me here? What are my purpose on earth? What am I supposed to? Because you are not asking those questions. You are busy asking your boss question. You know every department. You know every project. You know everything about your company, but you don't know anything about yourself. I was so shocked when I conducted an interview and asked 10 of my people I wanted to employ, what is your purpose in life? I can tell you for sure, 99.9 people don't know their purpose in life. But they're busy looking for someone, how to can build someone else's empire. If all of them graduate, So the one I even employ, master's degree holder. My first manager in my life, in my first company, was master's degree holder. I just finished youth service. I started a company in Oka. The guy came to Nnamdi Azikiwe University for his masters. So he now applied in my company. And me, maybe BA first degree holder, he's applying to work for me. Carry pen and paper, master's degree holder. I humbly apply. Please, sir, buy me wholesale, retail me every month. You know what he's telling me? I should buy his time, buy his energy, buy everything about him, and then pay him every month small money, like we normally buy a bag of rice. And be telling him, master's degree holder. Every morning he comes to me and say, "Good morning, sir. Sir, what would I have you do for me? What would I do for you today?" I say, "You go and do this, go and do this." My brother. And every month I'm paying money. See, nobody will pay you more than 10% of your effort. Before I pay you 100,000 naira, I will use your brain and make 1 million naira, and I will give you 3 month probation. If I cannot use your brain and make 1 million naira, I will sack you. If I will not use sack you, I will give you 2 weeks suspension. And from that suspension, you answer now. Nonsense, I will give you suspension. That you not greet me, come query. You don't greet your boss. Go on to suspension. Sack it, go home. Your brain is useless, out of use. See, I told you, a poor man wants to make money, sell his time. Rich man wants to make money, buy people's time. This life we live, this is man's world. This is a man's world. God gave this world to man to replenish, dominate, take charge. So you are the boss. How can you come to your domain and act like a slave? You are the boss here. Say, I'm the boss here. You must rule here before you rule in heaven. Everything he gave to you must be the boss here, here and now. Stop telling me, stop acting like a servant. Who told you? Now you need to tell yourself this thing now. You are using your mouth to confess negative about yourself and wonder why life is not working. In fact, you'll be a slave. Poverty will slap you 5 and 6 panel. So today, wake up to look at yourself. Think about yourself. Take pen and paper. I told you, there's no bad thing dreaming. No. You want to dream, my brother, don't dream small. Dream very big. You don't pay money to dream. The only thing that once you put deadline on your dream, becomes a goal. Dreams with deadlines are goals. They're not goal. Once you put a goal, begin to put strategic planning. Strategy, what you are going to do. Plan your life, because see, nobody will plan your life for you. Tell your neighbor. Nobody will plan your life for you. Anybody that pays you money controls your life. Who controls your source of income controls your life. Tell your neighbor, who controls your source of income controls your life. Say no, take it back. Say no, take it back. Don't give it to anybody. Stop giving me why things are not working for you. Because you are not working. You need to work on yourself. When you work on yourself, you become more valuable. Say no, more valuable. You become more resourceful. Say no, resourceful. Because you don't have lack of resources. Only lack of resourceful men. Knowledge makes resources useful. He said, by wisdom, a house is built. By understanding, it's established. And by knowledge, the house is filled with pleasant. So where have you been all this while? Okay, have you not wondered why the scripture tells about wisdom? There's something you need to go and look for. Not money. Money is a slave of value. Tell them about money. Money is a slave of value. Tell them money is a reward for solving a problem. Tell them money is a reward for making impact. Tell them money is a reward for being significant. Instead of you going to look for money, you don't say I need money. No, because I want to make impact. I want to solve problems. Want to meet a need. The questions you ask yourself determine the kind of life you live. The quality of question you ask yourself, then the kind of result you get. You ask your question, why am I poor? You will get negative answers. And that is the thing. So you see that if you invest in yourself, you're going to become great in life. If you invest in yourself, once you improve yourself and improve other people, your inner garden is very important. Write it down, you know, very, very important. The garden that, what was the last time I just gave right now? Yes. Okay, perfect. When you take care of your inner garden. Okay, so let me give you something to write now. Okay, I've seen it. Your inner garden is waiting for the soul of your reality. Okay. Right on, very important. The garden that grows within you. The garden that grows within you, that's inside of you, determines the fruit that grows around you. The garden that grows within you determines the fruit that grows around you. The garden that grows within you determines the fruit that grows around you. The garden that grows inside of you determines the fruit you bear. Remember the Bible says, anything of pure, of good report, of kindness, think about this thing. It also, if you want to become great in life, start by thinking quality. You don't think on your paper, no. Thinking is on paper. If it's not on paper, that is called worry. Get pen and paper, get a journal, write it down. This is what I want to become. You sit down there and begin to think about your life, what you want to do. And the thing is this, if I say the garden that grows within you determines the fruit that grows around you. Either with me, shall I? Full stop. Write it down your note. Some people grows every company. Some people grows every company they work for. Knows every department they work for. Some people grows every company they work for. They grow every company they work for. Knows every department they work for. Their spreadsheet, meeting schedule, system of process. Some people grows every company they work for, every department they work for. Their spreadsheet, meeting schedules, system for every process. But when it comes to their life, it completes chaos. When it comes to their life, it's complete disaster. No health plan, no strategy of healthy relationship, no vision for their personal future. Some people you see, they grow every company they work for, every department they work for, know all the spreadsheets, every meeting schedule, every system of process, KPI, DMO. They work for somebody. They are very faithful. My guy said, they find me and they go. But when it comes to their own life, it's a complete chaos. Number one, no health plan, nothing. Number two, no strategic plan for a healthy relationship, nothing. Number three, no vision for their personal future, nothing. Ask them, what is your purpose in life? I don't know. What is your goal in life? I don't know. What is your plan for the next 3 years? I don't know. Okay, what about your 1 year plan? I don't know. Ask them about the plan of the company, they know. Ask them about their neighbor's problem, they know. Ask them about the gossip in church, they know. They know everything about every other person, but not themselves. So you can never achieve at that position where you never plan for yourself. I told you, he that fail to plan to fail. You cannot achieve a goal you never set. So it's your responsibility to set your goals. It's your responsibility. So some people, of course, run other people's job as a master, but their life as they run it as an amateur. So you're a master of other people's job, but an amateur in your own life. In your own life, you don't get plan, you don't get future, strategy, goals. You don't have something you are living for. So the thing is that you always become a slave, a subject, and that is not what you're meant to be. So you start with you sitting down, get pen and paper to become the CEO. Let me put it like this on you to write. Write it this way, it will make sense. Write it. I am the chief executive officer of my own existence. I am the chief executive officer of my own existence. Maybe it will make sense to you. I am the chief executive officer of my own existence, comma, the president of my future. I am the CEO, chief executive officer of my own existence on earth. I am the chief executive officer, or it says chief executive officer of my own existence on earth, comma, the president of my future, and the chairman, board of your own destiny. Full stop. I will tell you what they do, so you can start doing it. I am the chief executive officer of my own existence, comma, the president of my future, and the chairman of board of my own destiny. I will tell you what these three people do. I am the chief executive officer, CEO, and the managing director, MD of my own existence, comma, the president of my future, and the chairman of board of my own destiny. Every CEO have a vision. When I wanted to own my business, I went for a training at Entrepreneurs Development Center, CBM, EDC, Entrepreneur Development Center / CBN program at Onitsha, at Agbo, as you're going to Onitsha. So there's a place there we go for training. They teach us how to write vision, mission, core values. We wrote those things. So this, because we were trying to become CEOs of our company. So that is about, what about your own life? What is your plan for your life? What is your purpose for life? What is your goals in life? Okay, so I don't know anything. Let me repeat myself this way. Because every CEO must have direction. So no direction. Speed is useless without direction. Direction is useless without destination. You must have a direction. So let me do it this way. Don't worry, I'm going to round up today's class, but let me just do something very well. I want everybody to have dreams. They're not dreams. Dreams about your life. You can dreams how to buy big car, buy land, build hospital, give free medical care, help people, support your dream very big. Let your dream be very big. Dream very big. So just put deadline on it. Deadline. By this time next month, by the 31st of December 2025, I must have this, I must have that. So it's good. Once you put a deadline, it becomes goals. They're not goals. Goals are dreams with deadline. Goals are dreams with deadline. Put something for yourself. Tell yourself, okay, I'm working for God, I'm working for somewhere. By this time, 3 years from now, I must have saved 20, but start this business plan. You start going for training, find people that have succeeded in that area, start attending, yield to mentorship. Some of us are so proud and pompous that you cannot even yield to mentorship. That's the problem, you are still struggling. See, nobody knows it all. Nobody is embodiment of knowledge. Go and find someone that is succeeding in that thing you want to do. So, you have two ways you get mentorship: pay money, or you serve, be loyal, serve for 6 months, serve for 3 months, observe, learn, learn. Then you can put up a plan. Then once you can put up a goal for yourself, once you have a goal, my brother, you are already on the path of becoming greatness. Every great man has a goal. Tell no goal. I think you can never achieve a goal you never set. If you have no goal, you are going nowhere. Nothing about it. You can. When you put up a goal, now you can start putting strategic planning. Tell no strategic planning.
Strategic plan.
You can put strategic planning. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Start with long term. Tell no long term.
Long term.
Poor man no like long term. Every poor man like short term. All of them, Nigeria bait coupon. It's with the sharp money, shortcut. Now, what poor man do? Go and take every wealthy man. We don't build something that ends with us. It must transcend us. So we build long term. Think long term. Don't think short term. Short term, no good. You have to start with long term first. Come the cut them small. Tell us small. You have to think future before you start this. Poor man no get future. In the thing, monthly salary, the month go end now. Watch all of them. When they collect money now, yesterday I started paying all my staff. By today, I will end up. I don't like happy new month. No, they pay all my staff. I have 15 of them on my payroll. I want to even employ up to 50 before December. I'm looking for people that their brain can produce 1 million. Let me pay them 100,000. So I'm looking at those. You have application, come and submit. And I will use you like 5 and 6 panel. Since you don't want to use your brain, make money. See, you don't understand. So the thing is this: you put up plan, then a plan. Once you put up a plan, it gives you direction. Tell us direction. Planning gives you direction. Yeah, how can you be working without direction? That's why poor men congregate, wealthy men assemble. You cannot be living your life by guess, by error. No, you have to read from other people's thoughts. So you want to live for your life. You have to you are wise. So looking at it today, so you can no poor people don't have health plan for themselves, no strategic plan for their healthy relationship, no vision for their personal future, for their personal finances. They make money as they collect money today. Poor man will carry, go pay everybody. Pay poor man salary, go buy bread, buy shoe, buy biscuit, pay MTN, buy a charge card, pay teller. You end up paying everybody. Poor man no go pay himself. And you wonder why his life is not working. Your life can never work. Once you have money, the first thing to do is to pay yourself first. Say, I pay myself first. You must pay yourself 10% minimum. That 10% is called your future. Say future. It's called errand boy. Tell me errand boy. That is the money that will run errand for you tomorrow. They know the chop am. See what poor men eat with 10 fingers in their mouth and wonder why life is not working. It can never work. So you must pay yourself first, because if you chop that errand boy, you chop that 10%. There's nothing to work for you tomorrow. Now tomorrow you end up becoming the errand boy. Go to 1,000. You see a man of 70 years becoming a security man for a boy of 42 years. Why? Because that man ate his future when he was young. Now he's arrived a future. No, he's not even working. Now you shouldn't be asking daddy, when men were men, where were you? He cannot answer. Tell anybody, if you chop your errand boy, you end up becoming the errand boy tomorrow. So we wealthy men do what we do. Every money we earn, 10% is not our own. Even if you want to kill us, it's not our own. And we must pay ourselves first before tithe, before offering. We they pay ourselves, come out that money, put for one account. When the money reaches 100K, 1 million, 2 million, can I go buy assets? Say no assets. So that money can work for us. What I'm going to say, if you don't make plans for money to work for you, you will work for money for the rest of your life. Say God forbid.
God forbid.
If you don't want to work for money for the rest of your life, then you must think like CEO. I told you, you are the CEO of your own existence, the president of your future, and the chairman of board of your own destiny. So act like one, behave like one, think like one, do like one. Don't define yourself based on your circumstances. Your circumstances, if you are passing right now, is not permanent, it's temporary. They're not temporary. Tell them, I'm more than enough. Write it down your note. Don't think or treat yourself like an employee in your own life. I know you have served so many people that you think they are one. Don't think or treat yourself as an employee in your own life. In your own life, you treat yourself like an employee. My brother, it's bad. It's bad because you eventually become that employee in real life for someone else. And nobody will pay you money to become wealthy. We only pay our staffs money to manage their property. They don't manage their property. Nobody. I don't pay money to become a wealthy man. I pay money not to become, so you go forget say you be poor man. Just pay your bills and that. How can you be working, my brother? How can you be working for 30,000 naira, 50,000. You're a poor man. You don't have a job. Sorry to say that. You are just existing. Even if you are chopping 500 naira in the morning. You chop food 500 naira. Ten of food. You chop 500 naira in the morning. Chop for night 500 naira. How much you don't chop so? 1,000 naira. My brother, 1,000 naira. In 30 days, how much you don't chop so? So you work for 30 and you do what you call work chop. So no work chop. You, you just you just work, they chop your life. You cannot even want to buy toiletries, want to buy toothpaste, want to buy clothes, you can't even do it. And even you work for 30,000 naira for 12 months. 12 months, how much is that? 360,000 naira. Work for this thing for 100 years, 100 years, 100 years. Then you end your first that will make on 86 million naira. Yes or yes?
Yes.
You cannot even buy a good land. If 1,000, there is no land you will see with 86 million. Land now 50 million, if 1,000 now. I'm talking about shelter. 50 million, 40. So you cannot even buy land in a wealthy environment. No, now you are doing yourself this. This is called self-inflicted problem. You know why people prefer to go and work for someone else? Because of job security. It's not security. They are too afraid to fail. They are too afraid to face their future. Tell your neighbor, a child that's afraid to fall will never walk. Tell your neighbor, he that has brain, sense is expected. Right now, CEO thinks strategically. All CEOs, all of us, we think strategically. CEOs think strategically, plan, prepare. CEOs think strategically, plan, prepare, make decisions based on long-term vision. CEOs think strategically, plan, prepare, and make decisions based on long-term vision, not short-term emotions. CEOs think strategically, plan, prepare, and make decisions based on long-term vision and not short-term emotion. I think yesterday I mentioned something. Let me see if I can see it here. I want to just remind you something yesterday for those that join us today. Okay, that will actually help us. So, don't worry, maybe in the next minute. Okay, yes, I've seen it. I told you that you start thinking properly. That's what I said yesterday. You think what? Properly about yourself. And then you also invest, plan for yourself strategically. And that's why I said, plan what? Strategically. And then invest consistently. So these things you see are not just magic. These things are predictable. Just like you plant crops and pay it to grow. Just like you plant pregnancy, 9 months. So these things you see success are predictable. What did I say? Success leave clues. What did I say? So the reason why a successful man will write books is because he's giving you a clue. They're not clues. So you can connect the dots. So they don't come and travel back in life, making all the mistakes. But the poor man is too busy to learn. That's why learning is a royal habit. What did I say?
Learning is a royal habit.
So, it takes a king to study. I sing a like song in the book of Proverbs. Proverbs 1:22. He says, fools hate knowledge. Fools do what? Hate knowledge. If you give a poor man knowledge, he will stand up and go. You know why we stand up and go? Because poor men always ask for items. They're not items. Wealthy men ask for ideas. They're not ideas. And ideas rules the world. That's why poor man is poor. Because if you give him ideas, he will stand up and go. He said, made too busy. Always busy. Business is not productivity. Business is not progress. Beware of the barrenness of a busy life. Poor man busy passivity. Busy. That's why their life is in chaos, constant chaos, disaster, irregular movement. They don't get direction. They just go everywhere. You see, there's a problem with this thing. Unless you see, life does not reward you according to effort. It's not because they work hard. No, life rewards according to knowledge behind the effort. Knowledge behind the effort. Life rewards you according to thought, according to thinking. Life rewards according to the definition of life. So when you don't understand principle, because wealth is governed by laws and principles. Instead of you killing yourself, simply sit down, count the cost, learn the principle. The Bible says a man that wants to build a house, he must first do what? Sit down. Tell us, sit down. You are too busy everywhere. But you know, ever see because see them plenty now. You can probably pay your kiosk. So I want money to work for you. For money to work for you, you must sit down. Tell us, sit down. And learn. You know, go die. But if your body they scratch them, from January till this May goes on end now. Ask him what has been, how much have you saved, how many lives have you touched. I say the guy never even get 20 million, 10 million, 10 million, 5, 1 million, 500,000, 200,000. You know, in fact, the guy is so in depth. Agam is on, and it's wonder why his life not. You see, this thing is not locked. They're not locked. It's called process. They're not process. The discipline you form in the process helps you sustain outcomes and results. The discipline you form where? In the process. Why a poor man is not patient with the process? He doesn't understand. Because see, you can never be patient in a process whose logic you don't understand. You cannot be patient in a process whose logic you don't understand. You don't understand the logic that for you to be wealthy, you start with your thinking about yourself, thinking about myself. Then you are thinking about myself.
Thinking about myself.
I told myself today I will not chop your time. It's exactly 9 o'clock, so we have to stop today's class. So even though I did not get to where I want to go to, but I'm going to make sure that the remaining class is just 3 pages of notes we will take. That will connect us so that we can actually bring all this thinking about yourself to it becoming a reality, because we are all transporter, moving things from the 4th dimension to the 3rd dimension. The 4th dimension is the invisible world, the realm of imagination, the infinite of intelligence. We have to move to material world. So everything you ever see in material world was moved from the 4th dimension. Ideas, thoughts. This amaca was once an idea. Phone, shoe, car, everything was an idea. Because somebody had thought about it. I need to create something that people can write, they can clean, not like chalkboard, and begin to work on it in his mind. Write it down. It's because he's the architect of your success in life. You are the architect. Begin to communicate with other people. Why can't you act like Henry Ford, J.P. Morgan, of course, like Bill Gates, like Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk? So these guys, they build team. Wealthy men build people. Wealthy men build team. Come on, no one do that thing. Me, myself, and I. I don't want to disturb anybody. My brother, you must succeed in life. You must partner with other people, because a tree cannot stand alone and become forex. Yes or yes?
Yes.
So the truth of the matter is that you must think about yourself. Sit down and think. You never thought about yourself. Why God sent you here? Why you are sent for a purpose? What are you supposed to? What the legacy you want to create? What are you going to leave behind? So you must sit down to have that plan for yourself, because that is the only way you can actually have fulfillment. Not fulfillment. If you still think that you're going to work for somebody and have fulfillment, my brother, you're joking, because that ladder is leaning on the wrong wall. When you climb to the top of that ladder, then you will now understand that it was the wrong wall. And maybe sometimes it's too late for you. Sometimes you don't have the courage. So you don't even come back and start all over again. Because truly, you are meant to be your own empire. Tell your neighbor, I'm in charge.
I'm in charge.
Tell your neighbor, I'm the boss.
I'm the boss.
That one is begging for the charge card. Say, I'm a success.
I'm a success.
Now touch yourself. Say, I'm a millionaire.
I'm a millionaire.
That's the best we can take today. So online community, don't get involved in a business without a mentor. Mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. He that stands on the shoulder of mentors will see far. See you on Monday. See you at the top. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank God it's Friday. Shalom. Bye-bye for now. So for the rest